Emily's hands gripped the steering wheel, the cold metal almost pulsating beneath her touch. The engine's hum blended with the anticipation of the New Year's celebration ahead. The car, a trusty companion on countless journeys, now roared to life, headlights cutting through the darkness as it devoured the desolate highway. As Emily accelerated into the night, the mist hanging in the air seemed to thicken. A spectral figure emerged, bathed in the ethereal glow of the sedan's headlights. Isabella, a silhouette veiled in otherworldly energy, stood alone, a solitary beacon on the desolate stretch of road. The atmosphere within the car shifted as Emily's gaze locked onto the mysterious hitchhiker. Isabella's presence bore an aura of ancient secrets and impending doom. Her eyes, pools of darkness reflecting the car's headlights, seemed to hold tales untold, a repository of urban legends waiting to be unfurled. A momentary hesitation gripped Emily, a subtle shiver tracing her spine, but her empathetic nature triumphed over caution. She rolled down the window, the crisp night air invading the car's warmth, and extended an offer to the mysterious Isabella. Unbeknownst to Emily, the decision to offer a ride was a pact sealed with the supernatural, a contract signed in the ink of fate. Isabella's response was a faint smile, a dance of shadows playing across her features. The car door creaked open, and the hitchhiker entered, bringing with her a chill that seemed to defy the car's heating system. The atmosphere thickened, and the air became pregnant with an unspoken tension. As the sedan resumed its journey, Isabella's presence lingered like an indelible mark. The two women, bound by the shared space within the car, embarked on a journey not just through physical landscapes, but also into the realms of chilling folklore. The highway stretched ahead like an endless ribbon, the car hurtling forward with Emily at the helm and Isabella as an enigmatic passenger. The dialogue between them became a dance of words, each sentence laden with hidden meanings and unspoken threats. Isabella, the storyteller of urban legends, wove tales that seemed to seep into the fabric of the car itself. In this desolate cocoon, conflict brewed. Emily's empathy clashed with the growing unease, a tension palpable in the air. Isabella's tales, though captivating, carried a weight that pressed upon Emily's psyche, leaving an imprint that refused to fade. The sedan cut through the night, headlights carving a path through the obsidian darkness. Isabella's stories, like shadows, stretched and twisted, merging with the haunting landscape outside. The mist danced along the edges of the highway, mirroring the ethereal dance within the car, a dance between the living and the legends that crawled out from the depths of folklore. The sedan continued its journey through the desolate night, the rhythmic hum of the engine underscoring the unsettling tales that began to unfurl within its confines. Her eyes glinting with an otherworldly gleam, Isabella started to weave chilling narratives of local urban legends. With each word, Isabella conjured specters and phantoms that lurked in the shadows of the town. Her voice, a haunting melody, brought forth tales of a ghostly figure that wandered the same highway they now traversed, a malevolent entity seeking solace in the stories of the living. As Isabella delved into the unnerving details of these legends, Emily's attention became ensnared, a captive audience to the macabre performance unfolding within the car. The tales, once confined to whispered rumors, now echoed with a tangible presence, their tendrils reaching out to touch the very fabric of reality. The sedan wound through the dark, twisting roads, the asphalt a ribbon unfurling beneath its tires. Isabella's narratives aligned eerily with the surrounding landscape, as if the very earth bore witness to the tales she spoke. Shadows played along the road's edges, taking on shapes that mirrored the malevolent entities of Isabella's stories. The tension within the car escalated, each turn of the road accompanied by a palpable sense of dread. Emily's hands gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white with the strain of navigating through the unsettling terrain of Isabella's storytelling. The air inside the sedan thickened as if the tales themselves sought to materialize and claim the space around them. Isabella's voice, a whispering serpent of urban legends, wrapped around Emily's consciousness. The car became a vessel, a conduit for the stories to come to life. Still unaware that she shared the confined space with a living embodiment of the legends being recounted, Emily remained captivated by the spectral tales. The sedan's headlights carved through the darkness, revealing glimpses of the twisted landscape beyond. Isabella's stories reached a crescendo, describing a haunted bridge that loomed ahead, its haunted history blending seamlessly with the narrative she spun. The tension peaked as the sedan approached the ominous structure, its silhouette etched against the moonlit sky. Now thoroughly entangled in Isabella's storytelling web, Emily navigated the car onto the bridge. The air seemed to pulse with otherworldly energy, and the sedan passed through the bridge's shadowy expanse, a threshold between the mundane and the supernatural. Unaware of the dark forces at play, Emily's gaze remained fixed on the road ahead, her mind ensnared by the tales of dread woven by the mysterious hitchhiker. The car pressed forward, leaving the haunted bridge behind. Still, the residue of Isabella's narratives clung to the air, a haunting reminder of the legends that now breathed within the sedan. The sedan continued its nocturnal journey, the rhythmic pulse of the engine punctuating the eerie silence that settled within. Shadows danced along the roadside, their movements synchronized with Isabella's tales. As the spectral figures from the stories materialized in the dim glow of the car's headlights, a collective shiver traversed Emily's spine. The figures, ethereal manifestations of Isabella's narratives, lingered at the periphery of the road. Their features, obscured by darkness, bore a haunting familiarity, an embodiment of the malevolent entities that had haunted the tales. Emily's gaze flickered between the shifting shadows, her rational mind struggling to reconcile the supernatural dance unfolding just beyond the car's windows. Isabella, her eyes gleaming with an unnatural intensity, reveled in the spectacle. The malevolent energy from her seemed to intensify, permeating the fabric of the car's interior. The air thickened with an otherworldly presence. An uninvited guest coiled around Emily's senses. With each passing moment, Emily's attempts to flee became an exercise in futility. The supernatural forces at play thwarted her every move, as if the car had become a prison, a vessel for the nightmares that Isabella conjured. The accelerator responded with a sluggish reluctance, the car seemingly under the control of an unseen hand. Isabella's laughter, a haunting melody that echoed within the confines of the sedan, reverberated with the malevolence of the entities she had brought to life. The spectral figures outside the car mimicked the dance of shadows within, blurring the lines between reality and folklore. Now a twisting serpent in the moonlit night, the road seemed to stretch into an endless abyss. Gripped by dread, Emily fumbled with the car's controls, attempting to break free from the sinister dance that ensnared her. The air seemed to pulse with malevolent energy, carrying the weight of centuries-old legends into the present. As the sedan hurtled forward, the tangible and supernatural boundaries continued to blur. Emily's mind, a battleground between reason and terror, grappled with the horrifying realization that Isabella was not merely a storyteller, but a conduit for the legends. The car, once a sanctuary, became a vessel for the cursed tales that clung to the night. Now a twisted labyrinth of uncertainty, the highway stretched ahead, an ominous path leading deeper into the heart of the legends that Isabella had summoned. The spectral figures, their forms shifting and merging with the shadows, lingered like echoes of nightmares within the moonlit landscape. The sedan hurtled down the desolate highway, and an unsettling transformation unfolded within its confines. Isabella, bathed in an otherworldly glow, underwent a grotesque metamorphosis, mirroring the ominous harbingers from the tales she had woven. Emily's breath caught in her throat, As Isabella's features contorted, her visage shifting into a grotesque reflection of the malevolent entities that had haunted their journey. The passenger seat seemed to cradle a living embodiment of nightmares. Emily recoiled, her pulse quickening with the unsettling transformation before her. Once a mundane space, the sedan's interior warped into a nightmarish landscape. The fabric of reality seemed to twist and contort, shadows taking on a tangible form that slithered across the seats like serpentine apparitions. The car became a vessel for the supernatural, a cursed chariot hurtling through the twisted corridors of folklore. As Isabella's laughter echoed through the night, the air thickened with a malevolent force. The windows, now portals to an ethereal abyss, revealed glimpses of ghostly figures trailing the car, their forms a macabre procession in the wake of the cursed vehicle. Emily's knuckles whitened as she clutched the steering wheel, trapped in the nightmarish ritual that had ensnared her. Isabella's shifting form seemed to pulse with an ancient power, and the sedan became a crucible for the cursed tales that now materialized within its steel confines. The highway seemed to writhe beneath the tires, a sentient force guiding the car through a labyrinth of urban legends. Each turn of the road brought forth a new manifestation of dread. Figures from the tales standing sentinel along the roadside, their eyes gleaming with malevolence. As the sedan pressed onward, Emily grappled with the horrifying realization that she was not merely a passive observer. She had unwittingly become a participant in a cursed ritual, a conduit for the malevolent entity that now thrived within the car. The weight of centuries-old legends bore down on her shoulders, binding her to a fate intertwined with the very folklore Isabella had revealed. Now, a spectral vessel careening through the night, the sedan approached a crossroads, an intersection of reality and the supernatural. Isabella's shifting form seemed to reach its zenith, embodying the legends that clung to her like a second skin. The air pulsed with otherworldly energy, and the sedan, guided by unseen hands, veered off the highway and onto a darkened path that cut through the heart of the legends. Midnight loomed like a shroud over the desolate highway, casting long shadows that converged around the sedan. The rhythmic hum of the engine took on an ominous cadence, a prelude to the revelation of Isabella's true nature as an entity bound to the urban legend she embodied. The shadows, like sentient entities, gathered with an unnatural intent. They coiled around the car, weaving an inky tapestry that seemed to blur the boundaries between the tangible and the spectral. Emily, her eyes wide with a mixture of dread and disbelief, watched as the darkness seemed to come alive. Once a grotesque reflection of the legends, Isabella's form now transcended the material realm. She became a spectral force, her features shifting between states of solidity and ethereality. The air within the car crackled with an unseen energy, a malevolent force ready to bridge the gap between folklore and reality. Emily grappled with the horror of her situation. The realization struck like a hammer blow. She was the next vessel sought by the malevolent entity that had woven its influence through the legends. The car, a crucible of cursed tales, became a conduit for the entity's insatiable hunger, and Emily, unwittingly ensnared, stood at the precipice of an abyssal fate. The shadows tightened their grip, and Isabella, now a spectral force, fixed her gaze upon Emily with an otherworldly malevolence. Emily's breath quickened the air, thickening with an unseen pressure. The car's interior pulsed with an ethereal glow as Isabella prepared to transfer the curse that bound her to the legends. Emily, her mind a maelstrom of fear and desperation, grappled with the inevitability of her fate. Isabella's spectral form, bathed in an eldritch radiance, hovered over Emily. Emily's voice, a desperate plea, cut through the unnatural stillness. "What are you? Why me?" Her words hung in the air, a futile cry against the inexorable force that sought to consume her. Isabella, Her laughter, a discordant melody, spoke with a voice that echoed from the depths of the legends. I am the harbinger, the living embodiment of the tales that bind this world. You, dear Emily, are the vessel through which the curse will persist. Emily's once vibrant gaze dulled, succumbing to the inexorable grip of the malevolent entity that had woven its influence through the tales of folklore. The spark of life in her eyes extinguished, leaving a vacant abyss reflecting the darkness that now consumed her soul. As Emily surrendered to the entity's possession, the sedan, now devoid of a driver, continued its course along the desolate highway. The engine fell silent, and the headlights, once beacons cutting through the night, dimmed into obscurity. The car coasted to the side of the road, a motionless vessel abandoned in the wake of supernatural malevolence. Thank you for joining us on this mysterious journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed the chills, subscribe, like, and ring that notification bell to stay tuned for more enigmatic tales. Remember, the shadows have stories. We're here to unveil them together. Until next time, stay curious and wander in the twilight of mysteries.